from there. All right, so it's
someone
not
else
far.
is going to need to drive. I can't use stick steering. I don't see an option for it.
Okay, someone else can drive for that vehicle.
Alright, sweet.
Alright, so drivers and crew, whenever you guys are ready, head there.
Whenever Project gets in, close the door in the back.
Why is Scrim throwing it back?
We good? Yeah, we're good.
We're all in.
Why is the door open?
I was wondering why it was so quiet. I forgot to turn my world volume back on.
Yo, bro, where's my free candy?
Wow, this is smooth as shit. What the hell?
Yeah, it's good distance. It's good distance.
Have everyone dismount and come around the clear face to the white brick building over here.
Can we close the doors like civilized individuals, please?
What's with suicide doors? Nice.
Welcome to the opening or the mouth of the town. Ideally, the distance that we have our vehicles from the town might be a little too far, but they are in cover and relevance to the town. The reason you don't want to bring the vehicles into the street, if possible, is that enemies could be upstairs and now they have a advantage point on weak spots of your vehicles. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We should have 20 people total. 21 including myself. So can we get 2 teams of 10, please? We'll just start 2 lines to make it easy. Here and here. Get in one of the lines.
3, 4. All lines? Okay.
2 lines on each arm. Should be 10 in each. We have 21 people, including by this line. So.
Yep, cool. That side's good.
Entry of 10 on each.
If I would go to that side, should be good. That side, yep. And then, there we go.
So here's what we're gonna do. This group, on my left to your right, you guys are gonna be focused on doing clearing with pies, so corner fetting, center fed, all that stuff. You guys are welcome to use this rusted warehouse building or the construction site behind it. So your team is going to split up into 2 groups of 5, and you can trade each building with cornering, right? Go ahead. You guys can go do that now. Rusted building or the one behind.
This is pretty open. Yeah. We can just move on to the next one, yeah.
This one looks really decent.
We're all going to the same place, so I will take the bus.
I'm with you.
William, Scrim, Luca. Everyone else go.
Raj, got it.
William, Scrim, Luca?
Yep.
There we go. Cool. Alright, everyone following behind me. We'll start just heading towards this and then straight from there.
Yep.
I'll take this as some medic practice as well.
Raj.
Moving.
Move.
There's someone behind me. Yep, go ahead and pop the door. Alright, fine.
Clear on the right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, breach.
Breaching.
Alright. only comment I have is Scrim. Your idea is going to be to tie this and then end up at this point here. You're not to just immediately enter. That is so we all have as much security and we can engage anything while we're outside, leaving less for us and less danger.
Gotcha.
We're good.
Apron. Alright.
Someone else take point.
Alright, I'll take it.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm gonna try and take this as a little bit of medic training, how to be not in the line of danger.
On you? Fine. Individual, ready.
Hey, set security on that, Luca.
Breaching.
The first group that I assigned, the guys that are doing the construction site and the rusted building, can you meet me in between the two buildings?
The only thing I have to say is if you're gonna just call out what you're gonna do.
Sure, organized. We're gonna go ahead and start.
Apron, so I can give like.
Alright, go for it. I'm talking to the other group.
Get a countdown, maybe.
Yeah, just count it down and then.
Alright, yeah, get that.
So, everybody appeared to be doing everything correctly. From what I was just looking. One thing I really want to hone in on that you guys are focused with is exterior of the building as well. So when you guys are moving into the building, anybody who's not directly going into the room should be looking the corner of the building as if it's another entry point. So, for example, if you're reaching this warehouse entryway, whoever's not breaching should be looking here. The reason I want to do that is because that is a very vital position for an op 4 to engage the people breaching on the door, as well as an obvious thing, other surrounding buildings such as this one. If there's a guy up on the roof of this building, they have a straight shot to the people breaching this building, right? So really pay attention to the location that you're breaching at, especially if your entire team is going into the building. If you can avoid it, try breaching into a location that is also encumbered. So for example, if you're trying to clear, let's say this building, it'd be better to clear it on the opposite side if possible, so that way you're not exposed to that building. Alright? Make sense? Alright,
Yeah,
cool.
gotcha.
Go back to what you're doing. It's perfect. Just keep everything to the first floor on this building. Cool? Alright, I will be back, as usual.
Okay.
Okay. Take point.
Now we're gonna run this side.
On you.
Yeah.
This side? Yeah, okay.
Because that's more cover from
All of that hell over there.
That is true, yeah. Good point.
Just make sure. Yep. On you. Reaching.
Keep on forgetting that. Don't rest my finger on the trigger. Yeah.
And then this one.
Alright, Scrim, take point.
Roger.
Well, I'm just gonna keep on practicing not being up too far forward.
Alright, you set? Clear?
Move.
Open.
On you. Fine.
Left side clear. Initial. Yep. Cross. Cross. 3, 2, 1. Cross. Reaching. Left side clear. Right side clear. Yeah, there isn't, yeah. That's why I went out.
I mean, the idea is once you've cleared your initial, put your gun somewhere where there is danger. So, for instance, once you have cleared this initial building, your gun should be pointed out those doors, looking that way.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Once I go in, check, I keep walking, but I keep my gun faced that way.
Yeah.
Once you've confirmed somewhere's clear, there's zero reason to keep your gun pointed in.
Alright, once both groups have finished your current iteration, let's have everyone meet by the orange barriers in the center here. Once your groups are finished.
Lucky us.
And then people doing the staircase building, if you have more staircases to go, just stop at the next floor and come on down. We're gonna do a fun little race while those guys are finishing up.
Race?
Everybody pick a buddy. You guys should have 10 total. 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah.
Who's fast?
Who's fast?
Hello.
I got you.
Can we jump? Or no?
Wait, you sound good.
No, please don't be
Alright.
hot.
Alright, don't be up. Yes.
Oh. He's dead. He died.
I mean, technically, there is a medic on scene.
So does anybody have the IFAC?
Probably. I don't know. Is there a medic here?
Or a Grizzly? Salewa, possibly?
God.
Alright. Everybody from this group can get a partner. Should we have 5 groups of 2? Get a buddy.
I looked to my left and right and I saw you.
Do we want to switch?
Get a buddy. A buddy. Everybody should have a buddy. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Alright, please go all the way to the end of these orange barriers. I will meet you there.
This fucking guy.
Sick freaking balance, bro. That was a sick jump. Sick trick, bro.
Considering half of these guys are carrying more gear than the slicks are.
I got you to Tom Cruise run.
Tom Cruise run. We need the like
Or you swing
pro skater music.
Yeah.
Why is that kind of working though?
Drop your arms, go faster.
Fucking Naruto runs, and your arms are so broken it looks so dumb.
It's just common sense. Everyone knows you run faster with your knife out.
Yeah?
If we could pull our knives out, that'd be cool if we could, but we can't.
Yes.
Could you imagine hand-to-hand combat here?
Hand-to-hand combat with the AIs.
Oh
I'm
my
sticky
God.
now.
Okay, if you were the team that was clearing the staircase building, I want you guys to stack on this house right here. Keep with your buddy though.
I touched
If you
a
were the
car
team
and got flung to
doing
Narnia.
the warehouse in the construction site, stack on these concrete barriers. Keep your buddy.
We both didn't go to the same building.
Wrapping all the way around. Oh no, a conga line.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Everyone should be in the spot that I just specified. So Soup, anybody else who's still ahead, come back behind the wall. All right, there should be 10 on each side. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have a little race. We're gonna put into effect leapfrogging. So your teams are competing together. So left side over here, you guys are a team of 10. Right side, you guys are a team of 10. But you are working with your buddy. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna get all the way down to the end of the street where the other cars are, with the white van on the right and the little green blackish car on the left. I will stand at the finish line so you guys can see. But what we're gonna do, each group of 2 or team of 2 is gonna leapfrog all the way down using the 3 words: moving, move, set. Simple as that. You are gonna have to be within speaking range of your buddy, so you obviously can't run all the way down and then say move. So keep that in mind. But you're gonna try and get your entire team down the street as quickly as possible using leapfrogging. All right? You can go through, into, around the buildings, but do not leave anywhere past the current buildings. So this team, do not go past the set of buildings towards the big warehouse. Stay up on this side of the warehouse. This team, do not go past anything past that brick building behind you, right? Keep it to the street and the buildings right next to it. Okay? All right, I will count us off. You guys can go any which direction. Keep in mind who your buddy is. Try to recognize their voice. Be within speaking range. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Becky, you're moving first. I'll tell you.
Let's see which team gets to the end first.
Go.
We're starting.
You've gotten out. Sir, where are you gonna go?
Moving.
Alright. Alright. Set. That's your cue to say moving.
Moving.
Set.
Move. Set. Alright, here's what we're gonna
Set.
push up here. We got some cover. Just a pad staircase.
Move.
Yep.
Move.
Yep. Ready?
Move. Move. Luca, you don't move until I say move.
Oh, my bad.
Moving.
It's on a 3-word call.
Right. Set.
When you're set, your gun should be pointed downrange. Covering. Moving.
Move.
Moving.
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 Move.
It's looking close.
Move up a bit.
We gotta get our whole team up to the finish line. We're pretty close here though.
Moving.
Your guys' left team, you guys can filter into the hallway. Your guys' right team, you guys can filter in front of this red car when you're done.
Move.
Moving.
Moving.
Move up.
Set. Move.
Moving. Moving. Moving.
Hey guys, keep in mind it stops where I'm at. You don't have to keep going after me.
Move. Moving.
Move.
Alright, I believe the left team wins by a margin. That was very close though. Good work guys, that was a lot faster than I expected. Alright, gather in the middle.
Alright, hopefully that was fun. So that's bounding. Simple as that. It doesn't get any more complicated than that. One thing I noticed I want to point out, really keep in mind verticality. Okay? Whenever you're covering someone, you're not just covering where they're going. Look on the rooftops, there's plenty of definitely it's on these buildings, many of them are multi-story. Some of them even have interiors, so keep that in mind as they were moving across the street. Okay? What I'm going to do, we're going to move with vehicles next. So, let's have our marshal people respawn and grab the marshal and meet us back here. Gotcha. Everybody else who is not in the marshal, let's have everyone come this way. Alright, at least this is reference point then.
A good reference point.
Alright, so
Head scratch.
I mean, everybody can run over here.
Hey, there's just
We'll
something
start
came up,
here
I gotta
and
cut
go
out.
back that way for this part. So, whenever we are moving with the marshal, essentially what's going to happen is the marshal, obviously like it said, it's not ideal if the marshal has to be in the town, but sometimes you have to be, and that's where it needs to go. So essentially what we're going to do, the marshal is going to move down the street, and you guys will be mechanized infantry for your marshal. What's going to happen is that everyone is going to be using the marshal as cover. I believe we just had someone leave, so we should have an odd number of people, I believe. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Alright. So let's get one group of 8, one group of 9. You guys can stick with the same group as you were in if you like. Marshall, can you guys do a 180 facing down the street?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. You guys are moving behind the marshal, and then I'm going to announce contact, and you guys are going to go left and right away from the marshal and find a common point on either side of the buildings or vehicles, and you must not be within arm distance of another person. Okay? Please don't walk around like this trying to find a spot. Just get a mental note of arm distance for another person. Okay?
Just to make sure, when you call out, you want us to split off to the left and right and get cover away from people? Okay.
And then I'll announce clear. Everyone will return to behind the marshal. Okay?
Do you want to simulate contact by us also like suppressing or just no firing?
We can do that, yeah. That's a good idea.
Alright, to quickly explain over net so everyone can hear me. What we're going to do, Marshall is going to move down the street slowly here in a sec. people are going to be using the Marshal as cover on either side. You're going to be kind of offset to the back and right or back and left, depending on, well, your right, your left, depending on the side you're in. Not directly behind it in case it does need to back up. You are able to move away from the Marshal on the side of the road, but nobody should be fully exposed as you move down the street. This road is really wide. It's almost like a double lane both ways. So you should be in cover as you're moving. We're not bounding, so nobody needs to do that moving move. But what we're going to do, I'm going to announce contact. Everyone is going to be suppressive fire down the street, including the Marshal, and you're going to get into a cover position. Right? Then once you're in a cover position, stop where you are. Okay? The Marshal will also stop for contact. And then once we're all set, I'll say clear, and we'll return to the Marshal. Okay? Everybody got that? Anybody confused? Questions? Alright. Assume positions behind the Marshal and stand by.
Needs to back up sometimes. Yeah, go one. Look. Yeah, to the right.
Alright. Marshal, forward, slow. When you hear the machine gun, it is contact.
I don't know if it's one. Is it one team at a time?
Well, apparently we're all fucking going.
He said we're supposed to be teams.
Yeah.
I think they meant like 2 teams that were in.
Yeah. He commented on either team, so.
What's on that?
One side
It's okay, the order's messed up. It's fine. We'll make it work.
Clear it.
Everyone we're following in suit.
Marshal, stop.
Spacing between person to your left and right as well.
Yep.
Hey, friend.
We all got confused as shit.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We thought you were gonna do 2 iterations.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We weren't sure if we were all supposed to move with it, or...
Moving together. That's
Oh,
what
alright. Do you want us to just move up and go again, or...?
yeah, just
Okay,
follow the rules.
alright, cool.
Alright.
Our bad.
Marshal still full. Stop.
Moving.
Not continuing it.
Actually, I watched second floor.
Alright, quick reminder. We are checking rooftops, second story, stuff like that.
Last guy.
I'm only up
check,
here for the machine gun sound. Don't shoot at me. I'm not the contact. It's just for sound reference. Alright. And we are clear. Continue slow.
Rear, Roger.
Yep, check rear.
This guy's
Yep.
gonna check rear. Actually, no, Lil, switch with me. You're medic.
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm just using this as a medic practice, so I know how to act.
I'll take
Yeah,
rear
keep some
forward.
personal space as well.
I'll just
Gotta get.
I'll just
staggered.
play to the left.
I need to contact. Moving left.
Watching her. Don't go.
Good job. Good job.
Guns down.
Clear.
Clear.
I went through my entire bag there.
One more thing I want you guys to do. When your team, at least 2 people from each team, have returned to the Marshal or whatever vehicle you're moving with, make sure you announce to the driver or crew that you're with them, so you can just say we're with you, kind of thing, so that way the crew can see. They have different visibility than you do, so whenever you return to the vehicle, make sure they know that you're there. All right? All right. Continue slow.
Checking first floors.
Hold on, I got high.
Raj. What's an alleyway?
Right there. Reloading.
Alright. Moving.
Somebody's on your left. We're with you.
Moving. On you. Marshall.
Continue slow.
Watching high.
Watching left.
I got low.
I got high.
Watching far.
All right, I'll stop. So we have a T road. Obviously, the direction you turn is going to depend on the op, but for the sake of this training, I'm gonna have you guys turn right. And one thing I want infantry to keep in mind while you're moving with the vehicle and you're using it as cover, it is perfectly okay to filter into buildings to the left and the right of the vehicle if you're still within near distance of the vehicle. All right. So for example, since the marshal is kind of offset to the right side, people on the right team can filter into the building to the right of it, as long as you are still moving with the vehicle. All right. All right. Continue slow. Get ready to turn right.
Alright, apparently, what are we doing, dude?
Alright, you guys take the,
Also to right, since there's no cover left.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, there's no cover left, so you'll move right.
I got low.
Oh, I should say good cover.
I got high. I'm watching gas station.
I got low. I got your cross.
Contact.
Right. I'm on your right.
Spacing.
Now I have a lot of cover here, so they might have people. Be a bit
All clear.
hold fire.
Continue slow.
Holding fire.
We're with you.
Regroup.
Marshal hold.
Alright, watching low.
High.
Roger. Ooh, I'm watching those rocks.
I got the
Yeah, make sure those rocks are clear on the way. Yeah. Oh.
Contact.
Cover him.
All clear.
Clear.
Okay, hold fire.
Reloading.
All right. So let's have everyone all stop. We just had a pretty good example of the funnel example. The team on the right, when they're moving, they found themselves in front of this building with not really in front of it, anything in front of it for cover. So in the event that you are moving with a vehicle and there's no actual cover to your right, it is perfectly fine to stay in cover with the vehicle. All right. If you absolutely have nothing on your right or left, you can stay with the vehicle. All right. You only have a few seconds to make that decision. But there's nothing wrong with staying with the vehicle, especially if it is stopping to engage. All right. Okay, Marshal. Let's have all the infantry give the Marshal a little extra room to back up. I'm gonna have you go on the left side of the road, and then we'll continue.
Yeah, you're good.
Go straight back. Go straight back. Keep going. You're good. 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 foot.
Oh, man.
Full stop. Just full stop.
Yep.
Alright, that's my bad. I didn't realize there was barriers here. Couldn't see.
You'd have
Alright,
gotten
so
an
here's what we'll
insurance
do.
claim, fucker.
We'll continue down the street. Until we get to... I guess there's no other buildings. Alright, so in that case, let's have all of the infantry go into the rusted warehouse building to your right. Right of the marshal.
Tetanus!
And then
Yay!
Marshall, let's have you full reverse until you're at the crossroads again.
Don't lick it.
Yeah, change your tongue color.
Why do you sound like Wildcat? I want to hunt that coyote when we're done here.
I'm partial to purple myself.
I like green.
Get out, bro. No, really?
Alright, we're gonna have the marshal take a right. We're gonna go back down the street this way. We're gonna do the same thing, just heading down opposite direction of the street. Marshal, let's have you be in the center of the street as best as you can, going down this way. And then the group we're going now, keep in mind the fact about there not being any cover. You can stay behind the marshal. Go ahead and fall in behind the marshal.
There's no colliders
do the same
on
thing,
it.
just going the other way.
So the room.
It's there'll be peace when you are through.
Alright. From this point forward, after I say clear, it'll be up to the people reforming with the marshal and the crew to discern when we are continuing. Alright, so keep in mind we're with you, and crew, use your discretion for that. Whenever you guys are ready.
I've got your low.
And the high up this way.
Give her Spanky, watch low.
Clear.
Form up.
Waiting.
Milo.
Left side's with you.
Milo. Pack it.
Alright.
We're with you.
Yep. Right side clear.
Troops all set.
Covering on it.
Alright, watching low.
Cover high.
I got high.
Hello.
Oh, I got stuck under the fucking stairwell. Shit.
I wouldn't.
Clear.
Shooting like that, listen. You already got this.
That's why I decided to focus down this alleyway when I had a nice view.
I was trying to watch the hallway there, but I don't want to fucking flag these two guys.
Well, yeah, no, you already have people engaging, so it's a little risky.
Left side with you. Right side's in. Yep. All in. You're good.
Alright. Down back vehicle, body pairs. Been dialogue reading.
I got high.
I got low.
What's your move? Watch alley right here. Watch the alleys. 2 alleys.
Pushing alley.
Got construction up ahead.
Yeah, 4 towards the left.
Going to no cover point left side.
Keep moving.
All stop. Freeze where you are. All right. We're going to go over the next type of scenario for this. Let's say you're still engaging and you still need to be moving. So let's say, for example, the marshal is not safe, just sitting in the middle of the road. So we're going to mix it together. You're going to be moving with the marshal down the street, but you're still going to be bounding from building to building. All right? Okay. Marshal on you. Everyone else, keep an eye on the marshal and move with it.
Alright, moving. I'm gonna move 1 mile lower.
I'm with you.
We can filter
start
through
moving.
this building if we go quick.
Moving.
Yeah, we can filter through.
Moving.
Yep, moving. Let's go, Panda.
Fit behind them as they move.
Yep.
Securing back exit door.
Set.
Move.
On you. Move.
Moving.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
Moving.
Passing by.
Moving past.
Passing.
Marshal slow sight.
Marshal, stop. You're a little ahead.
Need one.
Moving.
Yeah, we're with you.
We've got to move to the other
Moving.
side.
We don't have our normal movement speed on this world, so just take it a little slower, Marshal.
Alright, going.
I gotcha. Alright.
I keep trying to. Can you just do,
Left
like,
team on you, Marshal.
Gotcha.
Alright. Are we all good?
Those of you that have already gotten to Marshall, gather into the warehouse building on the right side of the road. Everybody else who is still bounding, make your way over here.
Highway talked to last man since the guy has
Over here?
moved past him. Oh, okay, my bad. It's letting him know he's the last guy there. So he doesn't have to turn back and look and possibly get shot at the end of it. Gotcha.
Yeah, I had to put my nods on.
Oh, nods on actually.
Alright, we're just waiting for the other people to gather over. One of the shittiest parts about urban warfare is especially when it is nighttime and you're in an area that does not have lights, or does have the lights. I mean, honestly, the worst place to be is the middle of the street and the street light just turns on and you are in a spotlight. The problem with cities is that there isn't really any kind of foliage for cover or concealment in that case. So your camouflage isn't really going to help you at all. On top of that, you got all these different angles to worry about, up, down, left, right, all that stuff. Verticality is huge
We're here.
in the urban environment. So as your teams are moving through, keep in mind where you are and where you're going. Take note of buildings that have elevation. For example, the one over there, or like the office building right there, or the multi-story that we started at. It's very important that you guys keep those buildings in mind, because moving through a city at night sucks dick. Not only for the vehicles, but for the infantry for navigation. It's a lot harder to find where you're going, whether you have nods or not. So sometimes you guys will need to be staged up in a building until there is at least enough light to be moving around. So taking a mental note of places that have advantage points but still have cover. And more than one exit is also important. So this office building would be a shit place to be posted up in at night, because there is one exit, well, two if you're brave enough to jump out the window, but one, and that's down the staircase, right? So that would suck. This one might be okay because there's two, not this one, but the one next to you has two staircases. The construction site is probably better or best because there's 3 different staircases and ladder. So keep that in mind. We're gonna have a few different urban ops here in the future, and we'll have another training between now and then that goes over that more in detail. But just so you know, for future reference, keep that in mind. Posting into a building and establishing a staging, if you will, is very important. Alright, well, as you can see, the world is tired of us being here, and the time is now 11:15, 15 over the time I wanted. So I will call it time for here now.